Hello, everybody, and welcome to 321 Sportscast, another edition of the Summer Series 2024. In studio today, I got my man Jhett Carter from Astronaut Basketball. What's up, Jhett?
What's up, man?
Hey, good to see you, bro. Appreciate you taking the time, man. I love talking hoops. It's my favorite subject, my favorite sport, and I appreciate you coming on into the studio. So let's jump right in, man. It's summertime, right? We got a couple months before school starts.
Yes, sir.
What do you got going on this summer? You're playing travel ball. Tell us who you're playing for and what you got happening
I'm playing for Austin Rivers Elite down in Orlando.
Okay.
Great program.
Okay, you're going to be traveling all over the state, a little bit nationally?
I might go down, next month I got Rock Hill down in South Carolina.
Okay. How is that team, by the way? Do y'all stack up pretty good against?
Mm-hmm. We have a great record right now.
And hopefully there's a lot of college scouts because you're not recruited, not signed yet, not committed anywhere. So college coaches, you got a 6'5" guard that can play the 1, the 2, the 3. Speaking of which, man, it was just a couple years ago you were almost under 6 foot and you sprouted up. How has your game changed in the last couple years in terms of where it was maybe your freshman year to coming into your senior year?
Well, I really like pacing the ball and getting down the court really well and finishing and working on my ball handling. Overall, everything.
Okay. What would you say is the best attribute, the strongest part of your game?
I'll probably say my finishing. I'm great getting to the rack.
Now, is that more in the open court, like pushing the ball full court, or is that one-on-one?
Yeah, once I get the ball and I push down the court, I can see the floor more. I can really get downhill more. So I'll probably say pushing the ball transition. Is
there anything that you find yourself needing to work on just to get better going into your senior season?
I'll say everything, but I'll say what I really need to work on is my shooting and my ball handling.
I know you got a shot, though. Is it just a consistency thing?
Sometimes I'll pump fake when I have an open look.
Okay.
But I'll say once I get my confidence
Don't think, man. Just let that thing go. Well, you averaged 17 points, so you ain't pump faking too much. What's the expectation for the point? Are you going to, hopefully the goal is to increase the average, right?
Yes, sir.
You're
20.
Gonna be over 20?
Over 20.
17, I think you had about 6 rebounds and a few assists. I'm saying you need 25.
Yes, sir.
Astronauts got to get them W's this year.
Sir.
Speaking of which, what's your expectations for yourself on the court this year?
I'll probably say I have Player of the Year this year.
And that's the Brevard Sports Network Player of the Year. Alan, if you're listening, he's shooting for the Brevard Sports Network Player of the Year. Don't give it to him, though. Make him earn it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about as far as your team? What are your expectations for the Astronaut basketball team?
Do better than we did last year. Just make a run in the playoffs and make some noise.
One game at a time. Got to be prepared.
Sir.
Do you have some teammates that maybe haven't got a hype? We may not know about them. Can you throw a couple names out there where you're like, keep an eye on these dudes?
I'll say Cam, Daniel, and Ethan. Those are the 3 that really stand out for me.
Cam, Daniel, and Ethan. So we'll keep an eye out for them. Titusville, that's always on the radar.
Yeah,
Y'all gonna be Titusville this year or what?
Yes, sir. Sure is.
Man, if I interviewed them, they'd be saying the same thing. Astronauts on the radar. We got to. So you come from a basketball family, man. Your big brother Jace. Mm-hmm. We're not going to give him too much shine, but I'm a fan. Jace, if you're watching, been cheering you on, man. Your big brother plays for Texas A&M. He's a solid basketball player, but an even better guy. How was it like growing up with a guy like him in terms of competing?
Real competitive. Everything's competitive around.
Has he helped your game develop?
Yes, he sure has.
Now that when he's away in Texas and you're home, do y'all communicate quite a bit? Are you talking about how he did?
We call once in a while.
Are you giving him some critiques on his game? Like watch him on ESPN and like, bro, you gotta.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, well, Jace, we hope you're well, man, and we're all pulling for you, man. Repping the 321 on the big stage.
Sir.
What's your favorite class at school?
I love math. I'm great with numbers.
Gotta be to count that money one day, right?
Yes, sir.
And when you go to college, what would you like to study?
Business.
Business? Not a bad degree. Do you have a favorite player that you just idolize and just think he's just that guy?
I love Anthony Edwards. He's good. Oh my.
He set the bar pretty high.
Yeah.
He's amazing, but he fell a little short.
Mm-hmm. Just a little short.
Did you watch the Boston-Dallas series?
No. I watched a little, but it got boring.
It got boring, man, and we don't want to hear about Boston winning all the time. They're not going to win next year. Sorry, Boston. What's your go-to food, your favorite food? I'm a food guy.
I love wings.
Man, I tell you what, I could go for some wings. We should have a plate of wings right here.
Right here.
You got a favorite flavor?
Barbecue, honey barbecue.
Okay, well, here's the real question that's going to determine where you fit in on my list. Blue cheese or ranch?
Ranch.
And you got to think about it.
I say ranch.
He said ranch. I'm a blue cheese guy. Oh, man, you just lost some cool points. What's a dream job? If basketball doesn't pave your way for a career, what would you like to do outside of basketball?
I'd love to do sports medicine. Just be involved with sports.
Be around sports?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on, like, man, I tell you what, high school basketball players can get paid now or soon. I'm not sure. NIL. You got any thoughts on the NIL?
It's crazy.
We're going to have millionaires in high school now. I don't know, man. Maybe you'll be the next millionaire in a couple months and hook me up with some new lights or something, right? It's the off season. This is a big year for you because you're trying to get recruited. You're trying to really put your name. You're one of the better players in Brevard, hands down, right? But for some reason, Astronaut doesn't get a lot of love.
Right.
What are you doing in this off season to make sure you put your name on that mark and people see Astronauts for real?
I said just get in the gym more, hard work, probably lift more. I need to lift a lot more and just be in the gym.
You gotta get them guns up, man.
Yeah, for sure.
How many shots you getting up a day? I think Kobe said like 1,000 a day. You got to get 1,000 touches up a day.
Probably get like 400, 500.
Free throws, 3-pointers?
I'll do free throws, and then I'll do like 200 threes.
Now, 6'5", you're 6'5", by the way. We talked earlier off camera, and I'm like, man, if I'm a 6'5" guard, I'm dropping down on that block, and I'm getting ready to embarrass some other guards. Are you working on your post game?
Yeah, just a little. I haven't been really focusing on post. I've been working on outside perimeter.
Man, that's the problem is everyone's working on the outside. I want to see. So when you see me at a game, at least go down that post one time for me. Then look over and give me a little.
I definitely will.
So you said one of your weaknesses is balance, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're trying to develop all around. You can handle the ball. You distribute the ball fairly well.
Yes, sir.
Rebounds. You getting a lot of offensive boards? Are you finding a way to find them seams?
I can crash, box out.
Okay. What if I said, man, there's one team that everyone's shooting for in Brevard County in high school basketball? There's been a little shakeup, little moves. You know, these players, they transfer and stuff. What's the team what team would you say is the best team in Brevard?
Right now, I would probably say a lot of hype is going to Holy Trinity.
Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
That's what we've had a few guys say.
Yeah.
But you know the boys at Melbourne and Palm Bay, they think they're coming. They don't want to hear that. And of course, Rockledge. Mm-hmm. And then we got to get some from the north side. So let's go, Astronaut. Let's go. We already talked about some players to watch at Astronaut, man. And I tell you what, I appreciate you taking the time to come in today, man. It's going to be, I love being in the gym. You got to make sure you hit me up and be like, Tracy, bring that camera. Let's go. We're playing tonight. I want to be at some of them games and be cheering you guys on, man. And coaches right here, man, we got a diamond right here in Brevard. Hit him up. He's ready to talk to some colleges.
Yes, sir.
All right. So for Jhett Carter of the Astronaut War Eagles basketball team, I'm Tracy with 321 Sportscast. Check y'all later.